A most wonderful wisening to everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone's well. I certainly am. I had the I've last stream was it was it was Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've had a really good time. Thank you all for that. Um but we're back with the regularly scheduled Higurashi when they cry. Um yeah, so last time we I'm trying to think back on where the stream started because there was a thing with Keiichi. He was going into the city and he kicked over some motorbikes and then everyone ganged up on him but then everyone ganged up on them and then we went to Angel Mort like another time because he left a keychain there and hydration, starting off the stream with some hydration. Welcome. And then there was it was yeah, very true. I've also got myself a cup of tea, but I'm letting it cool down. I'm thinking back on what's happened and I'm trying to separate like, okay, what happened in the last Higurashi stream and what happened the one before that. Doesn't matter. I'm recapping. It's good. We went to Angel Mort, met up with Shion, who I think was actually Mion. And she was like asking questions like, would you save like me or Mion? Like, who would you pick? That kind of stuff. And then we also went to Angel Mort to because Shion was like, there's like a promotional, there's like an event on, and I've got like tickets, and there are a bunch of like otaku, and then they started sexually harassing Shion, real fun stuff. And then we called the whole squad over, the squad of like 9-year-old girls and Rena and got revenge. That sure was great. I think that's where we left off. And I think that Keiichi was gonna go like, no, I don't know if I'm if I'm getting details from when I first played. So I think this is where we're up to. Yeah, it is. While Rena and I were having a discussion about the dessert we just ate, Shion arrived with some coffee. Is the audio all okay, by the way? I'm hoping my setup is all... oh, goodness me. Is all okay after the Three Houses stream. It should be fine. Probably. Can you hear the game? That's good, that's good. Oh, and we're straight back into these wonderful sprites. Oh, that is very good to hear. Oh, did the two little ones leave already? When I pressed enter, I wanted to... Hearing them called the little ones was so strange, I inadvertently burst out laughing. Ahahaha. Apparently they were in the middle of cleaning, so they went home. Shion had brought enough coffee for 4 people. I heard from my senior. It seems that you went through a lot of trouble for my sake.
There was no trouble at all. None other than Shi-chan was in a pinch, after all.
Right, Rena was like... no one gets to do anything to Shion cause I do.
Oh, is it right if I call you Shi-chan? Matches with me-chan, so I thought it'd be cute.
Well, whatever you want. Shion seemed a bit hesitant when Rena started talking to her. Rena is pretty sharp about something, so Shion was probably worried that Rena would find out she was Mion after talking like this. Shion said she'd have to work soon and hurried off back to the kitchen, leaving behind some coffee for just the two of us.
She was a bit upset with Rena. Maybe she thought I was being too friendly.
He's just embarrassed. I'm gonna move my model. I feel like I'm big. He's just embarrassed.
No, they really do look the same. Instead of twins, it's like there's another Michan.
They look the same, but the atmosphere around them, or rather, their insides are completely different. I think those types of twins are pretty interesting, though.
You think that, Keiichi-kun? I think they're identical on the inside, too.
Somehow it became silent. Only the cries of the Higurashi. Rena was just staring at the pattern the milk made on the surface of her coffee without saying a word. For somebody like me, who could never stop talking, it was a rather uncomfortable moment. Rena's off-put mannerisms seemed to imply I said something I shouldn't have. That unpleasantness carried on for a little while. Rena, you said it today, right? That Mion was hurting. Yes, she did say that.
Did I say something like that?
Don't play dumb with me. You definitely said it on the way home from school. Rena answered by laughing while continuing to play dumb, questioning if she said that. As thick-headed as I was, I had a faint realization. Rena wanted to say that I was the one who hurt Mion. But when? Me? Hypothetically, if something like that happened, it's not something I did out of malice. I continued the conversation, but left out the assumption that I had hurt Mion.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think Keiichi-kun had any bad intentions.
Rena replied, also leaving out the assumption that I had hurt Mion. But that confirmed it. I didn't know how it happened, but it seemed that I had hurt Mion, and Rena was upset with me due to the fact I hadn't realized it.
I don't want you to misunderstand. It's not like Rena is mad at you.
Seeing right through what I was thinking, Rena said that as she smiled even more gently than usual.
It's just that, how do I say this? It's hard.
If I made a mistake, please say so clearly. I'm so thick-headed I disgust even myself. If there's something I should apologize for, then I'd want to know even a little quicker. I'd want to know even a little quicker so I can make up for it, sure, whatever.
I don't think that Keiichi-kun made a mistake. Depending on how you look at it, Michan might be the one who's being unfair. Taking the stance the girl was the one being unfair might be unfair in itself.
What Rena said was draped in mystery. Unfortunately, I had no idea what she meant. The only thing I got out of it was that I had said or done something to inadvertently hurt Mion. I'm begging you, Rena. Mion is one of my best friends. I don't want to leave something between us that could cause problems later on, so tell me, how did I hurt her?
I can't tell you. You need to realize something like this for yourself.
Rena was smiling like she always did, but spoke bluntly? She spoke... She spoke bluntly. She spoke bluntly. Those are very different things. Oh my god. The fact that she had this strength of will surprised me for a moment. I'm asking you because I can't figure it out, you know? My tone had unintentionally become harsh. Rena was also surprised for a moment, but quickly returned to her flat demeanor.
Well then, I guess just a hint is fine. This is special, okay?
Sorry. Please. I'll think about this seriously. Rena looked around the restaurant, searching for Shion. Shion was working enthusiastically, but without confidence as usual.
Ji-chan, if she ties her hair up, it's impossible to tell apart from Mi-chan, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So then, if Mi-chan let down her hair, would she be impossible to tell apart from Shi-chan?
So she's saying that was Mion. That's what I was thinking. And yeah, Keiichi saying things, or I guess implying things, when they were talking that hurt Mion. Which makes sense. Probably. But what does that have to do with anything?
What if that her being the younger twin was a lie? That she was just Mi-chan pretending to be her sister? What would you think?
Rena was sharper than her daily behavior belied. I was hesitant in verbally affirming that, but it was the right answer. It might be unfair to answer a question with another question, but if, like you say, Mion is just pretending to be Shion, what purpose would that serve? After maintaining the silence for a while, Rena glanced at the clock.
Oh, I gotta go! That's what I want you to think about. That was maybe too much of a hint. How?
After thanking me for the dessert, Rena stood up from her seat.
I have to return to my home planet. Sorry, I was asked to buy a few things, so it's about time I left. Is it okay with you if I tell... Is it okay with you if you tell Shion I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye?
Yeah, I'll tell her.
Sorry.
Huh?
Rena is so short-tempered. Sorry for getting angry. Keiichi-kun isn't the only one at fault here.
Rena was harsh in her apology, but I was the one who really should have apologized.
I think to me-chan, it's something that doesn't bother her much anymore. Though if you want to forget the whole thing happened, that's fine too. But you see, as a girl, I'd hope that Keiichi-kun realizes it by himself and comes to apologize of his own volition.
Switching to cute mode only at the end, she disappeared in the direction of the register. While I was staring into space, somebody suddenly tapped me on the shoulder. My tea is just the right temperature. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finally done. It was Shion who had changed into her street clothes. She flashed a smile while greeting me. Thank you so much for today. Everything was delicious. We were all really happy with it. Oh no, don't mention it. But I'm glad everybody had fun. Huh? That girl that was just here left as well? She had some shopping to do. She said she was sorry for leaving without saying anything. I see. Well then, should we leave as well? Even though I'm off duty, I'm still nervous around the workplace. We ended up strolling around without any destination in particular. I'd been sitting the entire time, so I was in need of a breath of fresh air. When we left, the sky had already become draped in a veil of darkness. It's gotten dark already, even though I promised I'd be finished early. Shion seemed upset that there wasn't much time left. Oh well, at least we've got a little time to chat like this. Saying that, Shion set out for the tree-lined boulevard behind the station. The front of the station was slowly becoming crowded with businessmen heading home. Well then, I guess I should start with an introduction. I was mistaken for my sister when we first met, so we never got to properly introduce ourselves. I could only smile and laugh wryly. My name is Shion Sonozaki. I'm only similar to my older sister in appearance. My sister is rough around the edges and hot-headed, but I'm a composed and methodical person. I remembered what Rena and I had been talking about earlier. I said that they looked the same, but their personalities were different, while Rena said that they were both the same. I didn't know what tipped her off, but Rena figured out that oh my god, words are so words. But Rena figured out that Shion was Mion. Also related to that, she said that I had hurt Mion. Rena had given only one hint. That was, why is Mion pretending to be Shion? Shion, what did you hear about me from Mion? Damn noisy car. Oh my god. Okay, yesterday actually I was in the city and there were like so many motorbikes lined up, parked, and I was just thinking to myself, man, if I was Keiichi, like holy shit. If I was Keiichi on a good day, oh man. My sister seems to have taken a liking to you. She talks about you quite a bit. Like about club activities, about getting pranked and pranking you back. Boyish kind of stories. You really do get along. Boyish kind of stories, huh? Come to think of it, I think there was something Shion told me before. Hey Chan, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? Was that what happened that hurt Mion? Mion herself said that she wished she'd been born a boy and that being a girl didn't suit her. She said a lot of things to that effect, didn't she? So interesting of you, Mion. So interesting. Kei-chan, you look like you're having fun. Huh? No, that's not true. I'm having an awful time. Even though you're bad at hiding things, you sure like to lie, don't you? Still, I don't hate you for it. Saying that, she lightly chopped my forehead. Even though Shion was enjoying herself, I was still trying to figure out how I had hurt Mion. I was having a hard time figuring out the riddle that Rena had left me with. Hey, see that? Don't you think it's pretty? Think even a guy would find it pretty? Yeah, it is pretty. Shion was having fun window shopping, dragging me by all sorts of stores I would normally never enter. It wasn't like she was begging me to buy her anything, and I wasn't getting bored either. was just something to talk about as we walked around. That's like something that I could not picture Mion doing, like going window shopping, being like, don't you think this is pretty? Like, even a boy would think this is pretty. Like, I can't picture Mion doing that. In an easygoing way, we browsed through numerous stores, which I'm saying that because it's like, I can put myself in Keiichi's viewpoint of Mion/Shion. We discussed all sorts of topics I knew nothing about, but I didn't lose interest. Yeah, like he has a different relationship with Shion. Interesting. I had the feeling she was good at conversation. Kei-chan, is this your first time doing this kind of thing? Yeah, it is. If somebody didn't bring me into these accessory shops, I don't think I'd set foot in one my entire life. Not that. I meant more like this. What? I leapt back when Shion suddenly linked her arm with mine. Oh my god, Kia! Hey, you don't have to act so surprised. It's not so embarrassing to link arms with a girl, is it? She's being, like, fairly assertive. I wonder what's changed. Shion's expression was a bit miffed, but suggestive at the same time. I'm not that embarrassed. If you want some arms, I can spare one or two. Here, I got a few, you know. Kate-chan, you really know how to entertain someone. I see why my sister took a liking to you. If you don't want my arm, I'm taking it back. Oh, come on. I'm happy to have it. Laughing in good spirits, she unlocked her arm with mine. My heart skipped a beat. This question might be a bit mean, but I want to enjoy seeing your reaction. Kei-chan, have you ever been arm in arm with a girl before? Around a bonfire at a field trip doesn't count, by the way. She's like teasing him! Oh my god! That little devil. She was asking that question knowing full well what the answer would be. Well, field trips are out. This is rough. I thought as much. That impish laugh. It really is the same as Mion's. You really are Shion, right? You're not just Mion saying that you're Shion, are you? Are you thinking that my sister might pretend to be me? I thought you were twins until just now, but the way that you mess around is just like Mion. You're just saying that. You can tell us apart easily. What do you mean by that? If my sister was holding your arm like this, would you get nervous? I would. I'd be completely on edge worrying about when she would go for an arm lock. Shion laughed so hard she had to hold onto her sides. Hey, is it really that funny? You're tearing up. No, it's just... I was just thinking about how hopeless my sister is. She isn't even able to get a young man hot and bothered while she's arm in arm with him. She really is a failure as a woman. Whoa! That's really harsh. Damn. I remembered once again that I'd heard someone say that before. Sometimes I think that my sister would have been better off if she'd been born a boy. If she did, I might have fallen for- Okay, let's not be weird now. I might have fallen for her. Just kidding! Mion did say something about wanting to be born a boy. My sister is on the fence as to whether she wants to be a boy or a girl. Well, it's the price she pays for living an awkward lifestyle. Just leave her be. Wow, I forgot how gender this episode is. Interesting. I'm looking forward to getting through this episode more and also getting to know Mion more. Because this is interesting. And I trust it to be handled probably not flawlessly. I expect it to be a little clumsy. I don't expect Mion to be trans. But I think that I don't know. That is a very clear kind of reading for me. My viewpoint is that, like, you know, maybe she just doesn't have the language for it. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. It's interesting. And that Shion thinks this too, whether this is Mion or Shion. Because this is coming across as Shion mode, but still acting more assertive like Mion, but still very much Shion. Mion but Shion, Mion Shion, but she Mion Shion. You've been saying some pretty harsh things about your sister right now. Mion has some soft parts to her that I don't like. The way that Shion talked somehow sounded cold. This is a very different side to Shion. Shion, do you not get along with Mion? Well, we get along well enough. Still, there's a few things for which I can't forgive her as her sister. Hey, look at that! Don't you think it's cute? I wonder if, like, maybe something's happened that has made Shion, like, jealous of Mion? And she's like, I've got to be more assertive, like I've got to kind of like stake my claim. I don't know. I turned around to look at where Shion was pointing. What was there was the familiar display window of a toy shop. That's the same shop that was the stage for the incident that occurred during last Sunday's club activities. What Shion was pointing out was a display with a plethora of adorable dolls that looked like the sort girls would like. Oh my god, words are so hard. I was so spoiled streaming Three Houses, like not having to read. Oh my god. I wonder why girls like these kinds of things. It's because they're cute. Don't you think they're cute, Kei-chan? I'm a man, so I don't really get that vibe. Now. Which one do you think is the cutest out of all of these, Kei-chan? Shion, pulling on my arm, motioned to the row of dolls. They were lined up like they were close sisters, taking a commemorative photo. A few of them seemed strangely familiar. I've seen those four over there somewhere. This... Now that Shion is taking us here and explicitly pointing out the dolls, I'm less and less convinced that— oh my god, my stream just dropped out. Are you fucking me? Okay, I'm gonna give it a few minutes. I hate my internet so much. Are we back? I think we're back. I'm still gonna give it a moment. Just in case it decides to drop out again. Man, I really hate my internet. Like, it is fast. We've got, like, good, like, internet here. But for some reason, like, it just drops out sometimes. Like, a couple minutes, it's, like, real dodgy. My brother gets it too, so I need to get my dad to help me sort out, like, a wired connection. That might help. But it's really frustrating. Okay, I think we're probably back, so I think I'm gonna continue. Very sorry about that. Hopefully it's good for the rest of the stream. It usually... It happens and then it's gone for a while. I haven't had it happen, like, in super close succession before. Alright, let's continue. So I was just talking about how I think, like, now that— I don't know when the stream cut out, but the fact that we're here at this store with Shion and she is pointing out the dolls, this makes me think that it's Mion. I mean, it could be like, maybe she really is trying to, like, get back at Mion, like, if this is Shion, and, like, maybe she's, like, jealous. Like I said, maybe something happened between them, and Shion's like, okay, I've got to step up and be more assertive. And maybe she's like, I'm gonna use this thing that really humiliated Mion, where, you know, Keiichi gave the doll to Rena instead of Mion. And she's like, I'm gonna use this to really rub it in. But that feels really cruel. Lost Boyki, hey! Good to see you. You joined at a great time because I just dropped out and we're back in the stream again. How you doing? Yeah, so I feel like Shion is being quite cruel. And so that makes me think, okay, this is Mion. But I don't know. Because I don't want to believe that Shion is that cruel. Hell yeah. Has the boy lost his key? Oh my god. The Waz is good. I really enjoyed my 3-year Waziversary stream. And I'm just, you know, I've been really happy that I'm streaming lately. Like, I really enjoy it. Even though, like, I'm not growing much, that's not really the focus for me right now. I'm really enjoying finding my footing again, streaming things that I like, and it makes me feel really fulfilled, you know? That I can do this while, you know, working on my art and my guitar and stuff. I'm very thankful at the moment. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. Very, very true. Right, okay, where were we? Right, Keiichi's seen some of the dolls. Oh, I guess they really are famous. If even you know about them. Jion sounded impressed. Maybe she doesn't know what happened with Mion and the dolls. And these are new dolls that were just brought in from England. They still have some available here, but around the cities they have trouble keeping them on the shelves. Even though they're supposed to be inexpensive, it seems that they're starting to come at a premium. Oh my god. Okay, so I talk at my parents a lot about whatever, like, media I'm really into. It's just part of, they've accepted that that's part of them, like, being my parents. But it got to the point where my mom's like, okay, how about, like, what if I just watched this anime with you? Bang Dream, It's My Go, because I've been really enjoying Ave Musica, which is the 2nd season of that. So we've started watching that, and basically there's a character in it. If you're not familiar, she went to a school in England briefly, and then moved back to Japan, but whatever. But basically there's a scene in the school in England. For context, my mom is English, and it's really funny because the students there are speaking in English, but, like, most of them are, like, very clearly, like, Japanese accents, but then there's the occasional, like, person with, like, an English accent, and there's, like, in this scene, it's lived in my head ever since I first saw it, but my mum really enjoyed it too. Like, one of the students is like, anyone got my book? And it's, like, just this really authentic, like, accent, and it's so out of the blue. It's so good. Anyways, okay, I'm normal. I guess girls still like these kinds of things, even as they grow up. It depends on the person, but I think that girls who don't like dolls and stuffed animals are pretty few and far between. Even my tomboy of a sister said these were adorable. Ooh. You know, fun fact about me, about Wazigu, I used to collect, I really loved Littlest Pet Shops. I still have all of them in, like, some boxes. I don't mean, like, new in box, I mean, like, I have, like, tubs of them, like, containers under my cabinet. I really love those things. But as a kid, I was like, I did not like human dolls. I don't know what it was, but I just didn't like them. I guess they were kind of creepy. But I used to, like, you know, my parents would, you know, get me, like, Barbies and stuff. My brother would end up playing with them. And, like, I think I had, like, a toy pram at one point, and I would put, like, my stuffed animals in there instead. And also real cats that would just put up with me for some reason. Anyways, I'm babbling so much. Oh, even Mion says they're adorable. That is pretty amazing. That's right, I just remembered. The store owner gave this one to us after Sunday's event. Except for Mion, who was a relative, everybody had gotten something. I really do think that one's the best. That frilly dress really gives it something. That's it. That's the one the shop owner gave to me. So it seems. Mion replied softly but clearly. Uncle Yoshiro gave those out as thanks for helping liven things up at Sunday's event. Seems he gave them to the 4 friends my sister brought along. So you got the doll with the dress then. What did you think? It was really cute, right? Okay. Is this Mion? Is that why she was being so cruel? This could really go either way. As a man, there's no way I think it was cute. So what did you do with the doll? I wasn't really gonna do anything with it, so I gave it to someone. To who? As Shion laughed, I could hear an audible click run through my head, like the piece of a jigsaw puzzle snapping into place. Thank you very much for today, everyone. You made the event turn out great. It's not much, but here's something extra for today. Ah, Uncle Yoshiro! Isn't there a little something for me too?
My, quite an adorable one, is it not?
When Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside.
Wow, that's so cute! Can I take them home? I really can.
Which means there's something for me too? Whoa, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and Rika-chan too? I see. It wasn't just Rena, Satoko, and Rika-chan. There was one other person who seemed jealous. Kate-chan got the one that fits him the least. Not wanting for her expression to give it away, she had said that to hide her embarrassment. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty, I can admit it's adorable, but a doll with changeable clothes is, If you walked around with it, you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow, definitely. Mion's usual teasing way of talking. I looked around to see who I should give the doll to. Mion was right in front of me. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. But I didn't.
Huh?
Sorry, I just drank tea.
You're giving it to me? To Rena? Thank you!
Turning away from Mion's covetous? How do you say that word?
Covetous.
Covetous. Having or showing a great desire to possess something belonging to someone else. Okay, covetous. Mion's covetous gaze, I gave the doll to Rena. Educational streams, by the way. Mion's smile bore into my back. There was no way I couldn't have noticed. Why did I not give it to Mion? Since Mion was the only one who didn't get anything, wouldn't it have just been standard practice to give it to her? At that time, I had noticed that something was wrong. That's why I said it. Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the streets at night would be scary. No doubt, no doubt. I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. Something dark flickered briefly in Mion's eyes, but at the time I didn't notice it. I had thought to give it to Mion. Why didn't I? You know it. Oh man, my voice. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. Mion herself had said that with a laugh, so I didn't realize that I'd hurt her. Mion... I guess it's kind of clicking. Like, the way Mion feels. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've been talking about this a lot, because I think it's really interesting. Mion wants to be Mion, but she doesn't want to be treated differently for that. She wants to be Mion without... How do I... Like, she wants to be treated the same way as her other friends while still being Mion. She doesn't wanna... Like, she can still want the same girly things that other girls her age want. And be the same boyish kind of Mion. That's right. Mion is more suited for cool things, so I think having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Fiona asked, probably thinking she misheard me. A uniform, it would never suit somebody like Mion, but if it's Shion, I think it works. Huh? You mean that, Shion, like Rena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. Mion seemed really happy. She seemed happy that I complimented Shion. Saying that it didn't suit Mion, but that it suited Shion. Saying that it suited her seemed to make her happy. Mion's younger twin sister. She's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion. That's right. We look similar, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind of thoughtful, but Shion has a cold and scary personality. Maybe she does. I think that when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. Unlike Mion, she's a cute, cheerful girl. Mion made a strange face that was both angry and happy at the same time. It seems she was happy that I said Shion was cute. Taking a look inside the box, to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside. Is it really okay? There's not like a ton of hot sauce mixed in or anything, right? Jeez, I'm not my sister. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. I'm not my sister. That was how she said it. Shion was insistent that she wasn't Mion. She was saying that she was Shion, and that I shouldn't think of her as Mion. When Mion was Shion, it carried a special meaning.
Mi-chan is mysterious, right? She's a girl, but it's like she's a guy.
Such a good line. That's what Rena said.
But you see, even that Mi-chan is actually really feminine.
Rena, how much did Mion pay you exactly?
That's not true. Jeez, I'm trying to have a serious conversation, you know? You know?
Rena began to pout. Now probably wasn't the right time to joke around.
Mi-chan is the club president, so she's trying hard to leave everybody. But she's really a very cute girl. I really don't want you to forget that, Keiichi-kun.
There was never a riddle to begin with. Rena was saying the answer right from the beginning.
So then
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
I know Kei-chan didn't mean anything wrong. At least he didn't intend to.
Yeah. Keiichi-kun isn't the type of person to hurt others. There's no reason for you to feel hurt by this, Mi-chan.
Then, what was it? Frustration? Sadness? I don't know at all.
Did you want it? The doll, I mean. It wouldn't really help even if I gave you the doll I got, would it?
Alright.
How about this, Mi-chan? Try asking Keiichi-kun. You might be able to solve the problem if you tackle it head on.
There's no way I could do that.
Is it too embarrassing to do that now?
Why try again? As somebody other than Mion. This time, I can be more honest with myself. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty fond of the relationship I have with Kei-chan. Might be selfish, but one more time.
Keiichi-kun will definitely notice.
Wonder if that's true.
Rena will cheer you on too. Let's find a way for you to ease your sadness. Believe me, I won't let anything happen that'll make you cry, Mi-chan.
I'll believe. I'll believe.
Keiichi-kun will definitely come to understand. He'll say he's sorry for saying something so callous, and he'll bring you to that store and buy that doll for you as a present.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Mi-chan, he'll say thank you. Can't fool around. Say it honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I said I wanted it. Kate-chan, would you buy it for me? Mion said it quietly, doing her best to quell her embarrassment. I would have reflexively begun to lightly tease her to hide my embarrassment. But like Mion, I quelled that impulse. Okay, Mion. As thanks for everything until today, I'll buy you whichever one you want. My voice cracked with the unfamiliar words. In order to not lose to Mion trying her best, I tried my best as well. But I'm not Mion, I'm Shion. Shion then. I'll buy it for you, Shion. Shion looked down, red-faced. She pointed at the doll in the dress through the store window. Is it really okay? The one in the dress is a little expensive, isn't it? This isn't a matter of price. This is a matter of feelings. When I was saved by Kate-chan from those unsavory customers today, I was really happy. Even though my co-workers didn't save me, Kate-chan did. You grabbed me by the shoulder really firmly, right? Right then, you were really cool. Even then, I was so embarrassed I couldn't properly express my gratitude. I clamped my hand down on Shion's head and ruffled her hair roughly, like how I would to Rena and the others. When I did that, Shion, like Rena would have, spaced out and blushed slightly. You don't have to think too hard about it. I should have just given it to you back then. If I did that, then everybody would have had a good laugh. Shion didn't respond. She had turned bright red, like she was trying to hold back both laughter and tears. I'll go buy it for you right now. Wait right there. I'll go with you. Saying that, she grabbed onto my arm once again. She wasn't trying to be stoic anymore. I think I know why my sister likes you. Hey. Is it alright if I start to like you a bit too, Kate-chan? The unfamiliar situation made my head start to spin. Whoa, what am I doing? I had reached my limit. Smiling wryly to hide my embarrassment, I dragged Shion into the store with me. I'm remembering stuff now. Excuse me. I want to buy that doll in the dress that's in the window. After a moment, I heard a voice of acknowledgement, and an apron-clad employee soon appeared. I just remembered. Kei-chan? And why are you here? This has nothing to do with you. I'm on a date with Kei-chan right now. What? Why is Kei-chan? Even if you ask why, I'd like to know the answer myself. Mion looked at me with an expression of confusion and surprise, but that was the same with me. If she was there, then who was next to me? Wow! Shion, you suck! Damn! This is really cruel. I said it right at the beginning. I'm Shion Sonozaki, my sister's younger twin. Kei-chan, you even called me Shion, didn't you? Shion, saying that, pouted cutely. What is going on? Tell me, Shion. Not much. I was wondering what kind of person this Kei-chan you were so infatuated with was, so I happened to give him a ticket to the dessert festa. Has it been Mion? This whole time? And this is actually Shion? And all the other times that was Mion? There, when I was being bothered by all sorts of troublesome customers, Kei-chan gallantly appeared and saved me by kicking them all to the curb. Or something like that. What? Both Mion and I raised our voices pathetically, expressing our confusion to the utmost. Mion, you phoned me. Yesterday, right? I didn't. I have no idea what you're talking about. I delivered that bento for you, didn't I, Kei-chan? That was me, right? Or was it my sister? The person known as Mion Sonozaki put together a bento and bravely went to a boy's home to deliver it, maybe? Oh, you're a lot bolder than you look, sis. With a loud pop, a trail of smoke began to rise from Mion's head. No, I don't know. See, Kei-chan, my sister says she doesn't know. So everything up until yesterday was me, Shion Sonozaki. You might have thought it was my sister pretending to be me, but with this, there's no doubt, right? I couldn't tell up from down at that moment. If there was a mirror around, I could have seen my eyes go wide from the shock. Now, little Miss Shopkeeper, could you wrap up that doll in the window? It's the first present from the person I've come to love, so make sure you tie it up nicely with a ribbon. Mion, completely flustered, was being cornered by a sly-faced Shion. My brain had stopped working. What? Kei-chan? What is going on? Well, let's go. Kei-chan! It's already dark out, so I'll see you home. Sis, sorry, but could you phone the house in Okinomiya and have them send out a car? Maybe a van that we can fit a bike into, please. In contrast to Shion, who had glee written all over her face, Mion was an empty shell that looked like she could burst into tears at any moment. Kate-chan. After that, Mion's grumblings were unrelenting. Oh my god, poor Mion, what the fuck? That's so cruel. Dude, poor Mion. I'm gonna delete these old saves, but I don't get confused. Old from the first time I played, which was a while ago. So going into this, I did remember that Shion and Mion were sisters, but I didn't remember the details. I was purposefully trying to be, I don't know if I made it a bit obvious, I might have. But I was trying to give credit to both theories, but I still genuinely like had a lot of questions. Like, I forgot. Like, I think that all the other times that was actually Mion. I forgot about all that shit. Damn, that's really fucked up. Shion is really cruel. Oh god. All right. It hasn't been a while. Stop saying it's been a while. We've seen each other every day up until yesterday, haven't we? Whatever, if you say so, we'll go with that. Someone from Shion's house came to get me in a station wagon. I had initially refused, but Shion insisted, so that both my bicycle and I ended up stuffed in the car. Station wagon... is that like... Okay. I wasn't sure if that was like a police car, but that's just a... Okay, it's just got more seats. I guess. Just a type of car. I had initially refused, but Shion insisted, and so both my bicycle and I ended up stuffed in the car. Said car was currently driving across the single bumpy road leading to Hinamizawa. Wow, self-driving, look at this! For goodness sake, Shion was at Mihon's level at least, or maybe even an even better actor. Either way, no matter what questions I pressed her with, she'd slip out of them like an eel. Still, you two look so alike. If you tied your hair back like Mion does, would you still look exactly like her? Who knows? That's probably what would happen. We're identical twins, through and through. In the past, we could just change our clothes and no one would be the wiser. I remember we'd swap places at every opportunity and fooled a whole lot of people. The middle-aged driver, wearing a black suit, heaved a heavy sigh like he were a butler. What's wrong, Kasai? That was a pretty deep sigh. Excuse me, I was just thinking that you haven't changed. You could see many years of hardship on the man's face through the rear view mirror. Anyway, Kei-chan, your house is around here, right? Kasai doesn't know much about Hinamizawa aside from the road that goes to the Sonozaki main house. If you leave it to him, he'll take you all the way to Yagochi. I don't want that, excuse me, could you stop at the narrow road at the next right? I'll walk from there. He stopped the car at the desired place. The driver, Kasai-san, got my bike out of the trunk for me. Sorry about that. Thank you very much for showing me home today. Whoa! Whoa, check out that tie! Whoa! Okay, wait, what's the button to see sprites? P? What the fuck? Why is he so long? Oh my god, he's so long. Why is his torso? He's got Mystic Messenger proportions. Holy shit. Whoa. This is a Chad. Look at that. Look at the skulls. Look at the cheekbones or whatever. Wow, take a look at this guy. This one's really funny. This is really funny how long he is. I don't know if it's just that his coat is like meant to be really long and it just makes his torso look super long. If you've played Mystic Messenger and like you've seen the sprites from that game, they have like super long torsos. That's what this is like. This one, he's like buff. He's so cool. Alright. Was it Kei-san? Your name, that is. Yes. Well, he's serious. You must be having various difficulties, but I believe she will grow tired soon, so please endure things until then. He gave me a deep, deep look of sympathy. This guy's definitely been dealing with the Sonozaki sisters ever since they were little kids. However, like Mion-san, she's a kind person at heart. That means she'll be as much as a bother as Mion, right? The man's face froze in a smile, his reply lost. Hey, back me up here. Hi, Kei-chan. We'll see each other again soon. Say hi to my sister for me too. How interesting that that guy gets a sprite, but like Keiichi's parents don't. Did I read that? Bye, Kei-chan. We'll see each other again soon. Say hi to my sister for me too. Maybe I'll start going to Hinamizawa tomorrow? Don't you dare. If you transfer it in, I'll transfer out to a school in Okinomiya. Wow, that was really mean, Kei-chan. A short beep of the horn. The man gave a little wave to me from the driver's seat. Then the car withdrew into the dark night roads, leaving dust in its wake. Man, this entire day made no sense. I ran into Mion while I was with Shion, and the former's expression, like a pigeon shot with a pellet gun, had finally begun to make a strong impression on me. Man! God damn it, Shion! Ah. Let's continue. Poor Mion, oh my god. That was just ruthless. The next day. It was a strange day where Mion was desperate to regain her composure. Every time our eyes met, she would say that she had something to do or that she had to use the washroom and run off. Unable to just watch, Rena was taking care of her the entire time. Mion-san, she's acting totally strange today. I know the whole story, but it's hard to explain.
There are times when girls are emotionally unstable. It's best to just leave her alone.
Turning around, I saw Rena calling me from the hallway. I wondered what it was.
Keiichi-kun, over here, over here.
What is it, calling me over like this? Is it a secret?
It is. It looks like this was a disaster.
Yeah.
Mi-chan seemed pretty broken, but I somehow got her working again.
I'm surprised you managed it. How did you exactly...
Same way I do with the television. Just come at it from a 45-degree angle and yeah.
Saying that, she made a chuffing motion. She's so goddamn cute! You know, I can't tell if you're joking or not, right?
You'll be fine by tomorrow. Also, there's something I want you to do, Keiichi-kun.
I didn't mean to do anything wrong, but I still feel guilty. I'm listening.
Thanks. You see, Mi-chan is just gonna pretend the last few days never happened.
Never happened, huh? I see. Well, that's one way to run from it.
So you see, Keiichi-kun, could you pretend too? Then Mi-chan can go back to normal. Nothing bad will happen because of this.
Just doing something as simple as that, is it really gonna be okay?
Yes, until Mi-chan gets her feelings in order, just go with it.
Okay, I got it. Even though I shouldn't have been at fault, for some reason I felt guilty. Hey Dream! What's up? You're appearing mighty villainous this afternoon, I suppose. So we've just found out that Shion and Mion are separate people. They are actually twins. And Shion fucking sucks. Shion sucks. She's really mean. So I think that the whole time up until the dessert event thing, it was actually Mion pretending to be Shion, but at the dessert event thing, it was Shion, and then afterwards Shion's like going for a walk with Keiichi, and she's like kind of cruel about Mion. And yeah. I'm like, ouch. Owie, howie. The one at fault here was the one who knew about the entire situation and pretended to be Mion for an entire day, Shion. Ugh, but she never once said that she was Mion. Ugh, what am I supposed to be angry at? Seeing me stomping the ground impatiently, Rena giggled.
But Keiichi-kun, you knew as well that Mi-chan has some cute things about her.
Rena talked in a calm voice as her hair rustled in the wind. Yay, yeah. She's just like, she took Keiichi to the toy store where like they had the event and Keiichi got a doll and he didn't give it to Mion, he gave it to Rena. And she took him there and she's like, would you buy this doll for me? And he, thinking, oh, this is Mion pretending to be Shion, was like, yeah. And then they went inside the store with the doll and Mion's there and Shion's like, oh, Keiichi was just gonna buy me this doll. Oh my god. Yeah, I know that she'll never let it be boring.
Good.
Following this curt reply, Rena looked up at the sky and stretched. I'm gonna stretch.
As long as you realize that, Keiichi-kun, these past few days will soon be nothing more than a story to laugh about.
Copying Rena, I also began to stretch as I looked at the sky. The clear sky towered into the distance.
There's no club activities or anything today, so I'm sorry, Keiichi-kun, but just for today, can you go home by yourself? It'll all be back to normal by tomorrow, so just for today, okay?
If all it took for everything to go back to normal was to leave Mion alone for today, then it was an easy decision to make. Oh my goodness. I'm wazzing out loud. Got it. I can't say it directly to Mion, so I'll say it to you. I still feel kind of guilty about it, so I want to apologize.
No, the root of the problem was Keiichi-kun saying something insensitive, right? So if you learn anything from this, you need to look a bit into gaining a sense of delicacy.
Right, I'll try. That day was the shortest day of my life. Rena was talking to Mion while accompanying her around the entire time. Rena's such a good friend. It looked like a really fun conversation, so I reflexively thought about joining in, but I had made a promise not to. It seemed that Mion was also trying her best to ignore me. So, likewise, I did my best to ignore her. I am eating him. For the first time in a while, I ate lunch alone. Mion and Rena ate theirs by themselves. As I let out a sigh in my ashen mood, Rika-chan came over and patted me on the head.
But Keiichi and me learned a whole lot.
I'd never say it like that. It made it sound like we were having romantic problems. I didn't like that one bit. Hopefully the teacher wouldn't notice and call us to the staff room after school or something.
I'm sure that Keiichi will grow up to be a wonderful adult. Pat, pat.
Rika-chan is the studious type, so maybe he'll grow up to be an amazingly wonderful adult.
Of course. When I grow up, I'll be super amazing.
My, when I grow up, I'll be an amazing lady, you know. No matter how old you get, you'll still be a brat. You can put money on it.
What did you say?
Studious, yeah. As Satoko snapped her fingers, a wash basin fell from above, hitting me squarely in the head. Oh, what do you think you're doing, Satoko? Bang smash, pinch squeeze. It was a day I could thoroughly appreciate the value of having friends. Okay. Friendship is being beat the shit out of. That's so true. I'm always saying that. That's like, yep, that's so true. Today was Saturday, so school ended in the blink of an eye. It felt good. Oh my god, it really felt good to go home with the sun so high in the sky. And on any other day, our club would have been up to mischief during our ample after-school time, but today Rika-chan had a rehearsal for tomorrow's Watanagashi to go to. Ooh, it's almost Watanagashi! How's it going, Rika-chan? Do you have it down in practice?
I'll try harder than last year.
You were so exhausted and sweaty after last year's ceremony.
She'll look far more fit for the role this year.
Rena had a disorder that other people didn't. It's so good, isn't it? It's such a good line. Also the line that has now popped up twice where Rena's like, Mion is... Oh my god, I forgot it. Mion is like a... Okay, did I have a screenshot? I'm sure I have a screenshot of it. Hold on. My screenshot folder is so huge, it takes a while to load to sort. Here it is. So it is...
Mi-chan is mysterious, right? She's a girl, but it's like she's a guy.
She's a girl, but it's like she's a guy.
Please look forward to the fruits of her training.
The Watanagashi festival everyone had been talking about was tomorrow, wasn't it? The festival being in June felt a little early to me, but the onset of summer came quickly this year, so it fit the image of a summer festival pretty well.
Okay, we'll be off then. Look forward to tomorrow. Good day to you all.
Satoko and Rika-chan waved to us energetically, then left. You know, I never asked, where is the festival happening anyway? I don't remember there being anywhere around here that seemed suited for hosting one. They do it at the Furude Shrine. We went there for a walk one day, remember? It was that place with the really good view. I see. Oh, right, I remember. There was a shrine all the way up on that hill, wasn't there? It seemed far too grand for Hinamizawa. There's a great meeting hall in the shrine too. The older people get together there and sing karaoke or practice calligraphy from time to time. It's more like a recreational facility than a simple shrine. I see. I guess it makes sense that it looks so grand then.
Mi-chan, is your family gonna help set up today?
Yep, we have male hands for that. That's such a strange way to phrase that. Don't worry, we have male hands. Most of our relatives come from town to help. Oh. Oh. Male hands, huh? Well, I mean, I have nothing to do at home today, so... Okay, Keiichi, I think that Mion, her hands are more male than yours. She's way stronger than you. Like... Would it be a problem if I squirmed my way in there to help out too? Huh? You wanna help us, Kei-chan? Not if it'll bother you all. I was just kind of interested. We had bond dances and other festivals in the town I used to live in, but I didn't even know where they took place, much less wanted to help. You could say that I had absolutely no connection to the region. Having come to Hinamizawa though, it really made me feel like this place was a home that I had returned to. Before I knew it, I harbored a little interest in the small community activity of preparing for a festival the day before.
I wonder if you'll be able to, Keiichi-kun. There's a lot of building tents and setting up chairs. I heard it's pretty hard physical labor.
I mean, I wouldn't be doing it alone, right? The more hands we have, the faster it'll go. Rena, you could help. You have big ol' strong hands. I feel the fire emoji energy coming from you, Dream Machine. Mion looked happy to hear that, but at the same time her expression was complex, tinged with hesitation. Rena gave her the last push for me.
It's decided then. You should go for it, Keiichi-kun. He's all yours, Mi-chan. Put him through the ringer.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past the game to, like, imply that. Well, I can't argue with a recommendation from Rena. Okay then, go home first, put on some work clothes, and come to the shrine. Oh, and you might want to bring a towel to wipe your sweat too. Got it. I may look scrawny, but I actually quite like breaking a sweat under the hot sun. Careful you don't hurt your back, okay? Right, enough of my old man spiel. I'll go to the shrine too as soon as I've changed.
Mi-chan, you do your best too. Bye-bye.
I am Blaze Minecraft. So true. Mion waved vigorously to us and left. As far as I could tell from her gallant, retreating figure, she seemed to have recovered from the weak state she had yesterday.
Girls are quick to get over things. Mi-chan is already
Fine, that is so not true. That's so not true. Right. Now switching back to normal so cleanly really makes it easy for me to talk to her.
It was kind of funny though, wasn't it? Kind of like Cinderella. Like, you can't meet her anymore once the magic wears off.
Rena began to giggle a fair bit in amusement. Did she like this sort of thing? Incidentally, me going along with it gave me a weird, hard-to-describe feeling. Did I turn myself into a plaything, or did they do it for me? And if you think it's so funny, then you should try pretending to be a different Rena too.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. Keiichi-kun, what kind of Rena would you like to meet?
Whoa, let's go! Money, money! Breadwinner, Dream Machine 64, yeah! Alright. One with a bust size of at least 90. Huge knockers that you're okay with me touching.
I can't do that.
She'd be great at cooking and make me lunch and come to see me in the mornings.
I do that already.
Yeah. I pull Rena's head into a tight grip, then start to pet it. I see the delay. I just realized how, like, your delay. You're Rena Ryugu, right? Rena, not Reina. So you just stay as Rena forever, got it?
Thanks. Have fun helping set up the festival.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a pee break. I'm gonna get some water. And then we'll be back. Where is my... Doink. I will return shortly. Oh, we've got some nice music going, yeah. I'm G Craggs. I just came back to get my water to fill it up, but it's great to see you. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea, and get my water. So it'll be a couple minutes. It gives me a good chance to rest my voice, but I'll be back. I'm back. Yay. I got myself some ginger and apple tea. It's really yummy. Yeah, this chapter, I Let's see, I can check my VOD to see how long this one's been going for. I've decided to keep the Higurashi streams, like keep the number of the stream, like I'm not doing like per chapter, I'm doing like all together. But yeah, we're about say like 2, 3, 7 hours in, 8, something like that. I'm just letting my tea do its thing, and then I'm gonna take the tea bag out, and then I'm gonna drink it. Been good. These past few streams my throat hasn't been too sore. Because I've been drinking a lot of tea lately actually. I've like a lot of herbal tea. Been really enjoying it. Makes me feel like a refined lady. Alright. Let's do that. And continue.
Okay, thanks. Have fun helping set up the festival.
You got it. Let's meet up tomorrow. I got changed right away, and slinging a towel around my neck like Mion suggested, I set off for the shrine. On the Puda, note 0 delay. Let's go. Little delay. At the shrine, there were more people than you'd imagine even live in Hinamizawa there. There were more people than you'd imagine even live in Hinamizawa there, all cordoning off areas and setting up tent frameworks, chatting amongst themselves as they did so. Alright, where is Mion? The liveliness of the throng didn't make it easy to look for her. I searched around as if I already worked there, and suddenly the principal called out to me. If it isn't Maya Bada-kun, interesting. Have you come to help with the Watanaga she set up? Hello. Yes, I was just wondering if there was anything I could help with. Let me try my tea, it might still be too hot. It feels pretty hot. A little too hot. I'm gonna burn my tongue if I drink too much. How commendable your attitude is. Feel free to sweat to your heart's content. Gah-ha-ha-ha. Spurred on by the principal, I came upon a group of people setting up tents. Oh, what's this? It's Mayabata-chan. Did you come all this way to help us? I hadn't found Mion yet, but I supposed I'd just get in her way if I ran into her. Yeah, I'm here to help. Just tell me where you need me. You young ones have all the vitality. Here, grab some work gloves. Have you built a tent before? No, never. Delighting in teaching a new skill to someone younger, plenty of people happily taught me all sorts of things. Okay, kid, go inside the tent and tie up just the cords for the top. After that, we'll stand it up and tie the rest of them. Butterfly knots are okay, right? There and there. All done? We're standing it up. 1, 2, 3. What was once nothing more than a collapsed tent was raised on 4 splendid legs before my eyes in mere moments. Whoa. Seeing it put together like this is actually pretty moving. Come on, no time to stare and wonder. We've got a lot more to do. We packed the tents into the truck, so go get them from there. Holy shit, it's man from man! They're heavy, so take someone with you. Now I'm good, I may look scrawny, but I'm actually pretty strong. Whoa! They look light enough, so I thought they were, but they're heavy. That's why I told you to have someone help. Come on, said the man, lifting it up with a grunt and taking it away under his arm. Either I'm weak, or these old guys will have superhuman strength. Let's go, you're the youngest one here, so we're gonna make you sweat for it. Do your best. Beer after work is the best. I'm a minor. I'm literally neurodivergent and a minor. So, sweat dripped from my body. I had been fully and completely absorbed in helping them. I would never have thought the cold barley tea from the Women's Society could taste this delicious. I'm a minor. You're so young. Make sure you drink a lot. Thank you. It was then that I realized the crowd had formed near the shrine a ways off. Reaction image. So many good lines from this game. And I took a closer look. I saw a girl dressed in a shrine maiden garb and a handful of old men looking like they were preparing for the ceremony together. Is that Rika-chan? Hey, Rika-chan! Do your best! Oh. Do your best. You're so young, make sure to drink a lot. Yeah, especially after the line about beer. I shouted and it seemed like she heard me.
Ah!
Rika-chan, positively exploding with vitality, answered with a smile. The older guys with me watched Rika-chan as well, with distant gazes. Rika-chan is doing a great job. She seems far more used to this than she did last year. The old lady who gave me the tea clasped what looked like prayer beads in her hands and said, Rika-sama, we thank you, we thank you. And just like that began to respectfully pray to her. I feel like she's just so cute. She's just on another level. Huh? I just remembered that they called it the Furude Shrine. Wasn't Rika-chan's full name Rika Furude? The man sitting next to me answered my question. That's right. Rika-chama's Furude clan is ancient and honorable, and has worshipped Oyashiro-sama for generations. Huh. I'd always gotten the feeling she wasn't quite your average person, but it turned out she was from an esteemed family. After her father, who was the shrine priest, died in the year before last, she's really been doing her best to learn the rituals.
Rika-chama!
I wish the priest could have been here to see how wonderfully she's grown up. What? Rika-chan's father passed away? Okay, break time is over, let's get the chairs we're not using back to the gym in Okinomiya. Maki-san, pull the truck around here and take a few people with you. Alright, Mayabara-kun, let's get to work on one last job. Yeah. You're gonna make me do more work? I can't tell if they know I'm a minor or not, but the older men all cheer me on, encouraging me to do my best and that the beer will be great.
Echo, hey, what's up?
That was not me farting. That was my teacup, I swear. What would I do if I had to fart on stream? I'd probably mute. That's such a weird thing to say, I'm sorry. Listening to the same Vocaloid song for 25 minutes straight? Hell yeah, what song? Yeah, Keiichi looks very young. No, I don't think I have farted on stream. Yeah. I can't think of, I mean, surely I have. I mean, I've burped. I try not to burp too much because it's gross to some people, understandably. Yeah. Kate-chan, working hard, I see. Oh, Cantarella, Grace Edition, let's go. I paused by me and I think I know that song. She was carrying a big cardboard box. It looked like she was right in the middle of working as well. Judging by the sweat seeping into her shirt, it seemed I wasn't the only one with his hands full. Yeah, I'm working my ass off. You work hard too. Hell yeah. We need a dream machine fuck, and actually no, we really don't. That's like... Let's not do that, actually. Kaito's just so beautiful and singing like OMG. Let's go. The beer's gonna be great. We were worked to the bone until the sun began to set and it started cooling off. Yeah, I knew you would. Ooh. That's so cool. It's also one who did, yeah. Hell yeah. Kaito, hide emoji. It was soon full-fledged night, and the clear sound of the Higurashi that's the name of the game! Eased the moderate pain I felt. The older guys began their night before drinking party in a tent a fair bit off, causing quite a ruckus. Oh, let's go! Pro gamer! The shrine grounds, on the other hand, had turned into a lonely road tickled by the cool evening breeze despite being so festive just a little while ago. The wind felt so good. I leaned on one of the stone guardian dogs at the front of the shrine. I gave my legs a good stretch as I let my mind wander, and suddenly a paper cup filled with barley tea was thrust before me. Man, I love the like country town like feel that this game conveys. It's really nice. I really like it. Damn. Yeah, Project Diva, I enjoy it, but like I can't play very hard levels. It gets a bit too much. That's really impressive. Kate-chan, great work. Here's some tea for you. So considerate. Thanks, me. Her voice sounded exactly the same, but it somehow felt different. I've given Shion and Mion slightly different voices, and I'm thinking, do I kind of pivot on... yeah, cracks. Yeah, do I try and give them like the same voice, or do I keep going with like a... I don't know if you could even tell the difference, really. Because I've been giving Shion a kind of gentler voice, and Mion is kind of very close to Keiichi's voice. So like maybe I should change Mion's. Keep it slightly distinct? Alright, will do. The voice sounded exactly the same, but it felt somehow different. PD's police department. Wait, you're... Blah. It was on easy difficulty, but hey, you know what? Still impressive. Hey, it's Shion. Don't go giving Mion all the credit. She isn't considerate at all. Don't get us confused, okay? Shion, you little... Now that I've caught you, you're not getting away. It was your mistake, Kei-chan. I've never said I was anyone other than Shion. Oh, guess I can't argue with that. That's right, you're no match for my older sister, so I can't let you be a match for me either. Anyway, your tea. Tea. I was trying to slurp loud enough, but I knew I was going to inhale it and choke. It's gonna get warm. Come on, please cheer up. I'm trying to make it up to you with this tea. I love inhaling tea. Well, she did come all the way here to give it to me. I guess I'll accept it. I took the cup and downed it in one gulp. And liquids in general. And then suddenly, I heard a loud shout and it got stuck in my throat. They call me the liquid inhaler, do they? They do, huh? I don't know what I'm doing. Fill all my inhalers with liquid, by the way. Oh, they do? Okay, I trust. Which one is it this time? Is it the real Mion? Shion! Why are you hanging out with Kei-chan again? Because unlike you, I'm very considerate. Kei-chan was so sweaty. I couldn't leave him alone, so I brought him some tea. By the way, why are you holding 2 cups of tea? Mion's face went bright red and she tried to hide the paper cups behind her back. Man, she's so mean. You use inhalers now? Oh, it's law accurate. Wow. Well, this is... There's no way you, such a rough, timid, good sister of mine, would ever briskly bring a male classmate tea, is there? So what are they? What are those 2 cups of tea? Oh my god, Shion is ruthless! These are... well... right. I was just so thirsty, I figured I'd drink too. That's so like you. Come on, chug, chug! She is devious. As Shion cheered at her, Mion downed both of the cups of tea, one after the other. Oh my god, she would. What a fabulous drink that was. I expected nothing less from you. Kei-chan, you give her a hand too. Wait, suddenly this situation has gotten unbelievable. Mion doesn't usually get manipulated so easily like that. I guess that's just... yeah, like, the effect that Shion has. I've known for a while now, but Shion is terrifying. Mion, you can't hold your own against Shion? I hate her, and lately I hate her even more. Just then I had the snap of a camera shutter. It's been so long! Good evening. The festival is coming up tomorrow. I wish he was a butch lesbian. He can be in your heart. Any character can be a butch lesbian if you're brave enough. Have we met him in this episode yet? I wonder. Thanks for, did I read? I've forgotten what I read already. I forget things. Okay. Good evening, the festival is coming up tomorrow. Thanks for all your hard work setting it up today. I forgot what voice I gave to her. Good evening. Oh, Shion-chan? It's quite unusual for you to come by here. Oh, hey, it's Tomitake and Takano-san. Good evening. It's been a while, hasn't it? So you're that transfer student I've been hearing about. Keiichi Mayabara-kun, right? I guess we haven't met. You really did a bang-up job today. I'm impressed. The swipe transition's so good. PowerPoint transitions. I feel like I've seen this photographer guy before. Have we met before? I'm glad you remembered. We've passed many times on the road, Keiichi-kun. I'm Tomitake. I'm a freelancing photographer from Tokyo. My ears, which button is it? Oh my god. I should not press buttons on that screen. That's my sad face. Oh, that's my Akechi. Yeah. That's it. There we go. It's 6. I never remember which button's which. Scary. And then do you recognize me? Don't like it? Too bad, I'm round now. I'm sorry, but I don't. She's Mio Takano-san. Do you remember when you were at the doctor's office when you still had a cold, Kei-chan? Mio-san is one of the nurses who works there. God, there's too many characters. Tough, I don't like it. There's too many voices that they're all getting muddled together. It's fine, they'll define themselves. Call me Takano. I'm pleased to meet you. Rick and Morty is on cooldown. How long's the cooldown? I forgot. Enemies now. Oh no, there's beef starting in my stream chat. No. 10 minutes. Ooh. Ooh. Tell me when you're coming in for treatment. I'll prepare a huge needle for you. That's such a normal thing to say. Thanks. That's very thoughtful of you. Tomitake-san seemed to be quite entertained at the Sonozaki twins being in the same place, and he took picture after picture. Someone has actually said that to you. I can't tell if you're joking or not, honestly. I've heard about them, but this is the first time I've actually seen a pair of identical twins. You're serious? Oh my god. You really do look exactly alike. Why not just alike on the outside? See, our underwear matches too. Yeah, you idiot, what the heck are you doing? Things have never been as lively as when the two of them are together. I thought they were exactly the same at first, but I've started to get a handle on which one is which. Mion is Mion, and Shion, well, she seems a far better actor than Mion was. But they're like every other week, so I think they used to jokingly. Okay, I see, that makes sense. In the first place, somebody that could spurn Mion so easily wouldn't have shown such weakness to those lard buckets at Angel Mod. Basic our Wonderland lost, there is a few gaffes at least. That's awesome. If that was the case, then that cowardly behavior from that day was all a complete act. They were even more alike when they were little. I heard even their parents had a hard time telling which was which. That's really easy to imagine. I totally understand what they must have gone through. Takano gave me kind of an odd look, but explaining would have been a pain, so I didn't bother. Tomitake, are you going straight back to Tokyo after you get your pictures of the festival? Yep, though I would rather just stay here forever. Silly adult things, that's all. Did their parents ever shave their heads and put their first initial on their scalps though? Well, I mean, if they got them confused, then they didn't. What the fuck? That feels really messed up. I mean, like, if they're like little babies, I guess, but like, there's gotta be a better way to do that. They were 12? That's fucked. That's really fucked. Oh my god. Dream, every day you come with some new lore that just shocks me. I hope your photos win a fabulous prize soon. I've been praying for it. Yeah. Thanks. Next time I come, I'll bring the pictures of you I'll bring the pictures I took of you all today. My Abata-kun, you did a lot of work today. You must be tired from all the physical labor you're not used to. Well, I'm tired, but it was still pretty fun. Why is she throwing shade? Ah, youth, I'm so jealous. Takano-san smiled with an adult elegance that no one in my circle of friends possessed. The wind had caught her hair. She gives off an intelligent beauty. Oh, fuck off. Come to fucking ruin the mood. Oh my god, get out of here. Oh wow, hello everyone. It seemed like our merry crowd was standing out. This time, an overweight older man addressed us. And again, it was someone I thought I knew. If I recall correctly, he's a policeman, isn't he? Oh, Oishi-san. Good evening. Doing a preliminary security inspection for tomorrow? Air conditioning. Is that actually like a meme in the community? Like the air-conditioned car? Because there was like just a couple of streams ago, like my air conditioning broke. There was an air conditioner arc, me, like in my real life. Something like that. Oh, if it isn't Tomitaka-kun. Kind of, I see. It's certainly been a while. I wanted you to remember my name. You really do love Hinamizawa, don't you? How's this guy related to air conditioning? I mean, I guess it's, his car is an air-conditioned car. Dream, you like fixating on just like some ordinary guy. What was the guy in Just Watch? Okay, I see. My ears? I wonder, how curious. I have no idea where they went. Yeah, Dream, you and just like random, yeah, the guy in Persona 5 Tactica. I forgot his name. Oh my god. Toshiro. That was his name. I never finished the DLC for that game. You just adopt random guys into your world. The apartments around here are far cheaper than the ones in Tokyo. You should just move here and get it over with. I know a realtor I can introduce you to. My butch lesbian world. I appreciate the thought. I'd very much like to follow up on that. Nah ha ha ha. Alright everyone, have a good year. And Happy New Year to the Sonozaka twins too. Happy New Year, Detective Oishi. Sorry, I'll get my mouse off of your face. We appreciate your work. We'd like to end this year's festival with the least amount of inconvenience possible. Satan from Puyo Puyo and the Master from World's End Club are the honorary femmes. Wow, that's awesome. That's pretty strict on me. Nah ha 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 ha. Ooh. Detective Oishi left us with a low laugh and headed off to talk to some police officers standing a ways away. Hell yeah, I mean, my favorite gets canon rant is so true. yeah, this is true, Dream. So Shion, oh my god, they both have the same expression. Shion doesn't like him either. And also, that reminds me, that whole thing with his pronouns are they them scene, the one where all the Hinamizawa townspeople showed up, that was Mion then. It wasn't Shion. Yeah. I gave Mion a glance and saw her making an annoyed face as if she were glaring bullets at someone she hated. Yeah, it'd be nice if the police didn't have anything to do during Watanagashi this year. Ah ha ha ha. You like this place too, don't you? Oh, you mean to say you dislike it, Jiro-san? I quite enjoy such fantastic stories, you know? Especially with the times being so dry and uninteresting. The curse of Oyashiro-sama, you mean? Curse. Tomitake-san used a troubling word. Then, suddenly, someone tugged on my arm. For the feds, this is a funny joke. I'm so lost. Okay-chan, I'm pretty hungry. Wanna go to the tent with the drinks and have some candy and sweets? I'm up for that. I've gotten a little hungry as well. Okay, let's go. A moment later, Shion said something to Takano and Tomitake that stung my ears and gave me a start. I wonder who will die and who will disappear this year. I've turned into a goldfish. Bop, 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 bop. I pulled back from Mion's grip and stopped abruptly. Shion, what did she just say? What did she say? I felt like the air around us dried out all of a sudden. Let's go, Kei-chan. They're talking about something silly anyway. You still haven't told Kei-chan? Yeah, they're clones. They make it a point not to spread stories like that. Shion's cold and quiet tone and Mion's harsh voice were quite the contrast. Hey, wait, hold on, what are you talking about? But Mion, the law! Yeah, I gotta know the law, Mion, come on! If you know something, then tell me. Doesn't feel right being the only one left out, you know? Yeah, I could turn into Sonozaki as well. Which button was it? That one. I don't understand this. Someone explain it to me. However, Mion didn't seem to be at all willing to grant my request. Third. They're multiplying! She squeezed my hand in hers a bit, but when she realized I would hold my ground on this topic, she let go. Should I don't know if I want to be green every time they're on screen. Maybe as a treat sometimes. I'm gonna go to the drinking tent first then. If you don't come soon, Kei-chan, there won't be any left for you. Oh, I get it already. I'll be there soon. Law. Mion left, trotting towards a particularly noisy tent on the other side of the shrine grounds. Before she got there, she stopped and turned back around. I showed no signs of going after her though, so she ran off. I could tell you if you haven't heard, I suppose. Yakuza? I should. I've heard good things about the Yakuza series. That's one that I think I will get into one day. Same with like Final Fantasy. There's the things that I'm like, yeah, I'd enjoy those. Yeah. One day for sure. But it might be smarter not to ask and go with her to eat dessert. No, I gotta know. Hey, now you've already gotten my full attention here. I'm not gonna leave without asking at this point. I think Kei-chan has the right to hear this too. My sister was just stealing that from you. Shion's voice was bristling with thorns, as if somehow blaming Mion. What on earth are you talking about? I don't really like people acting so self-important. Green filter? Oh, I see. So like incredibly misogynistic and occasionally racist in really strange ways. I see. Takano-san, realizing how prepared I was, looked across the group. After confirming that there were no objections, she opened her mouth. Do you believe in curses, Mayabara-kun? Curses? I think they're interesting, but I don't really... I felt their cynical stares and winced. It was like they were telling me it was stranger not to believe in curses. You're not wrong, Kei-chan. Curses are just superstition. It's only natural that you wouldn't believe in them. Besides, you can take all the time you need to decide whether to believe in curses after you've heard us through. Said Takano-san, giving a little smile. They're trying to scare me. At least that's what it feels like. Alright, I'll start. Keiichi-kun, do you know about the Hinamizawa Dam project? Yeah, I know about that dam project. Oh yeah, the other day at Angel Mart, Chion, or Mion rather, told me all about it. You mean the plan for the giant dam that would flood all of Hinamizawa, right? That's right. Residents of the town banded together to fight it, and a fierce battle with the government unfolded. I've heard that too. The entire village united, using all the power at their disposal, mass media, political influence, and other things, and fought the country. The way Mion described it made it sound like a boast. Oh, you know quite a bit about it. Yes, you're right. It's practically an epic tale, just how 1,000 or so villagers banded together and rejected the government's plans. Did you hear this from my sister? She likes those kinds of epics, you know. Yeah, she told me. There was, however, an office for the Hinamizawa residents' opposition faction. It was this shrine. You know the assembly hall? That's where it used to be. Now that the whole thing is over, the senior citizens use it for group activities. At the time, though, it was their last bastion. Takano-san explained this, pointing a finger towards the assembly hall. I'd been carrying things in and out of there all day. I mean, I would understand if they put an office like that in the mayor's house or something, but having an office on shrine grounds made it feel kind of like a base camp for Sengoku period warriors. My ears are back! I'm gonna click off so that I don't toggle something. That's not my ears, that's my ears. Yahoo! I can hear! Yay! There they go, look at my ears go. Wow. That was basically the mindset though. Placing the main force in the shrine dedicated to Oyashiro-sama, Hinamizawa's guardian deity, was like a prayer for victory. Hope you have a good time. Thank you for coming, Crags. It was really nice to see you. Have a good day. Oyashiro-sama. Stay safe from going up to high places. I will try. Thanks. That was definitely it. They mentioned Oyashiro-sama's curse before. Is it the same Oyashiro-sama? You know about Oyashiro-sama, Keiichi-kun? It's the name of the god worshipped at the shrine. It said that he protects all of Hinamizawa. Well, I don't really know much about him. I see. I think Takano-san knows more about the rest. Tag, you're it. Well, that is generally the whole story. Oyashiro-sama is the ancient god passed down in Hinamizawa, and the villagers say he's been protecting this sanctuary from the poisons of the outside world. So essentially, he's a basic standard guardian deity. And I guess you can find that sort of god anywhere you go. There's no research into whether worshipping Oyashiro-sama is a manifestation of a kind of elitism too. What I mean is that the worshippers might think of themselves as chosen people. Believing yourself chosen, a nationalistic belief that you're part of a superior race or that you're a special clan chosen by the gods. Who are worthing they Oyashiro-sama? Me! Raises my hand. They believe that they're a superior clan, so they believe strongly in cooperating with others, but they also end up being exclusionary towards other clans. I won't go into too much detail, but it's the sort of national and religious ideas that lead to war. Of course, that goes for Japan too. A long time ago, the people of Hinamizawa strongly believed themselves different from humans, that they were above them. They believed that interaction with the lower world would sully their souls. So everyone believed that if one from the lower world came to the village, they would be sullied and suffer the wrath of Oyashiro-sama. Apparently, that kept everyone away. Villages that hate outsiders come up all the time in mystery novels. This was once a classic example of a xenophobic village. Well, they'll deny it to preserve their pride. It was a long time ago after all. Things are different now. Shion followed up quickly, having sensed the thorns in Tomitake-san's words. Tomitake-san, embarrassed at what he said, scratched his head. So this shrine worships Oyashiro-sama, thinks of Hinamizawa as holy ground, and it's a symbol of their traditional hatred of the outside world. I get it. So that's why they chose the shrine of Hinamizawa's guardian spirit as their base of operations, to resist the sullied dam construction project, that came from the outside. Correct, smiled Takano, pleased. She must dislike stupid people. This game just throws lines at you, it just smacks me across the face. I love it. Superstition, every last bit of it. The villagers gave everything, desperate to oppose the dam construction. And right in the midst of it, the incident drove home the finishing blow. Oyashiro-sama's curse. The person managing the construction site of the Hinamizawa Dam was murdered. 4 years ago, I believe. It took the newspapers by storm. Do you remember it? No, not really. He had a fight with a subordinate and was beaten to death with a pickaxe. His limbs and head were torn off, and the remains disposed of. One of those dismemberment homicides. You know, one of those. They were all the rage at one point. You know those. Everyone loves them. Such a gruesome incident. But it was just that, an incident. It's just like our Wonderland. Person caused the incident after all. Should they really put it down to the curse? And then the following year, the man who had organized Hinamizawa's group of dam proponents, he fell from a cliff while on vacation and died. Pardon me. Apparently it was an accident. Of course, most of Hinamizawa was hostile towards him. The police were all over the case as if it were a homicide, but in the end, it was judged to have been an accident. It was me, sorry, I'm a ghost. Now it's an accident. This is the most curse-like one, but it's still far-fetched. And then on the next year, this time the priest of this shrine contracted an unknown illness and suddenly died. This may sound a little rude, but the old priest was kind of a wait-and-see type. The whole village was in an uproar about the dam, but he just kind of didn't seem to want to bother. Silent night. H for Higurashi. The shrine was the symbol of the opposition movement, and its priest, well, his attitude worked against him. The villagers at the time had hoped for a leader, but their hopes were betrayed. Some people were apparently pretty angry too. So at the time, all the older people were like, "This is Oyashiro-sama's curse." That's what they said. It did seem like every year, dam-related people the village had resentment towards were dying. It was pretty creepy. Her smug aura mocks me. Oh, and also, it's interesting. All of these incidents and accidents always happen on the night of the Watanagashi festival. What? See? Starting to sound like a curse now, isn't it? To trap Mr. Invincible? Then the year after that, in other words, last year, the sister-in-law of the man who was the leader of the dam proponents, the one who accidentally died, was discovered dead, having been beaten to death. Of course, they caught that criminal. I don't. I'm sorry. See? Really seems like a curse, huh? Oh! Yeah, you're so right. Oh, you're so right. She's got that same smug aura. 4 years in a row. Each one of the incidents and accidents were relatively commonplace. But every single one of them happening on the night of the festival worshipping Oyashiro-sama? That's not normal. Yeah, you're full of intelligence. Or farming. The old folks have been blindly accepting Oyashiro-sama's curse because of the incidents these past few years. Even younger people too. At first they thought it was stupid, but now nobody makes fun of it. Yeah, I can see where she's coming from. Even me. Even if I didn't think there was a curse at all, thinking about all the incidents like this makes me feel like maybe it's real. Still don't know this game's plot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've been like tuning into some streams, like missing parts of it. I can imagine it'd be pretty confusing. Yeah, damn. The curse thing, like, I mean, I'm inclined to be like, I don't think it's a curse. I think it's the work of humans. But like, all of these things happening on the same day, and some of them being accidental, like, I think that, I mean, like, I need more information on all of the cases, and I'm sure that we'll get them and, like, be able to draw conclusions. But, yeah, I miss Kaito, I miss my wife. For example, just look at the preparations for the festival you were doing today. More Vocaloid in my blood. Everything might have gone crazy during the battle against the dam, but just a few years ago, the Watanagashi festival was never this well attended. Miss Kaito? Is there a Mr. Kaito? Is this a reference to something? I'm just a little guy. Well, I guess you're right. If we didn't have Oyashiro-sama to talk about, we wouldn't all be coming to a festival like this, huh? There's a lot of people who say that infidels might be punished, so they really need to go to Oyashiro-sama's festival. Gion nodded as if she were mocking herself. So how about now? Keiichi-kun, you're starting to get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, the curse is real, aren't you? I mean, you can't just laugh off people related to the dam construction project all dying like that. Even if I feel like this now, the more superstitious members of the village must feel stronger than that. Well, I mean, I still don't think there's a curse. Oh, Miss Kaito. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I got it. Yay. Wow, Kei-chan. You really can keep a cool head about this. Gion grinned, realizing I'd rejected the curse. If it's neither a curse nor a coincidence, then what should we make of these incidents? Takuno-san said, smiling playfully as if posing a riddle. Neither a curse nor a coincidence. But every year someone dies. What should we make of that then? Tomitake-san, catching on to the fact that I had no idea what to make of it, opened his mouth and came to my aid. Takuno-san is suggesting that it might be the work of real people. Thanks, Tomitake. Clarifying. Simple process of elimination would have gotten me there. I was a little taken aback at not having realized the answer immediately. Well, think about it. If it's neither a curse nor coincidence, then people must be willingly carrying it out. It's the only explanation, right? Takuno-san pressed on. I smiled bitterly in spite of myself. Here I was just a few minutes ago, thinking the very concept of a curse was completely absurd. When she suggested it was someone's doing, I ended up thinking there wasn't any way it could be a person. But Takuno-san was right. It was either a curse or it was a person's doing. If unrealistic things like curses didn't exist, then the obvious next step would be to start thinking it was people behind it. But if that was the case, I glanced at Shion. Did you do it? If the culprit is a person, then they'd have to be someone from Hinamizawa. Love calling male character's wife. So true. So very true. That's what the police officer Oishi-san thinks right now too. Hey, wait, that can't be. I thought I now knew the reason Mion didn't want to talk about this. If Oyashiro-sama's curse really existed, then that's fine. It would be divine judgment for the Dam Project business. That's so true, Dream Machine. Male characters I'm in love with all become female. However, if Oyashiro-sama's curse didn't exist, which it obviously didn't, then the culprit would most likely be someone from Hinamizawa. The villagers had worked desperately to oppose the dam construction project. So true, Dream Machine. I knew they had used all sorts of methods to fight against it. If one of those methods was... maybe... People whisper that Oyashiro-sama's curse could be the doing of a secret group in the dam resistance movement. Shion dryly put my words into exact thoughts. Of course, I didn't expect it. She was from Hinamizawa, so I didn't think she'd come out and say it herself. If you calm down and think about it, anyone would come to the same conclusion. There wouldn't be a motive for anyone but people who benefit from opposing the dam project, right? I guess that's true. Admitting to the existence of a darker side of the dam conflict would be rude to Mion, who spoke of it so highly. So I couldn't just accept Shion's seemingly logical viewpoint. One more thing. The police probably don't know this. As proof that someone from Hinamizawa committed these crimes and the people of Hinamizawa know it. Proof? What? Bjorn rebukes me to keep my voice down. Sorry. But there's proof. What is it? It's the fact that one person dies and one more person disappears. One more person disappears. Twitch emoji jump scare. Did that mean that someone besides the one who died from the curse was a sacrifice? What do you mean by disappear? They just vanish and you never see them again? That's right. Suddenly and without a trace. As she spoke, Shion pretended to do a trick with her hands like she were making a magician's hat disappear. One dies a mysterious death, and one disappears, never to be seen again. A strange vanishing act. But then why? How does that equate to someone from Hinamizawa being the culprit? Well, actually, Hinamizawa has this one really old legend. It's about how people offer sacrifices to Oyashiro-sama to calm his wrath. Sacrifices? Yes. They say they used to wrap a living person up in a bamboo mat and let them slowly sink into a bottomless swamp. Takuno-san, though explaining something pretty terrible, has a look of glee on her face as she did so. As far as I can glean from the literature, it actually took 3 days and 3 nights for them to sink. Yeah, I've got such a lively chat today, and neither of them about the stream, which I'm fine with. It's nice. See, even people a long time ago liked symbolism. As the body sunk, Oyashiro-sama's anger would be quelled. Both were submerged into the deep. Takuno-san was the only one laughing at this. Was she telling a joke or something? No, that's fine. It's like I'm playing a game, like, alongside people who are doing other things. And it's nice. Yeah. Shion didn't move to deny it, but I felt a difference in temperature between her cool expression and Takuno-san's. She's so off-putting. Le Pinguina. This whole conversation, well, I think you can imagine after hearing it, but it's the secret history of Hinamizawa. Everyone who has been in Hinamizawa for a long time knows it, but they don't talk about it. Takano-san's not from here, but she knows quite a lot. She really likes local history, folk legends, stuff like that. She learned about it all by herself, too. I'm really not all that amazing. Just curious, that's all. Like a child. I just want to see scary things for the fun of it. Tomitake-san laughed, a little embarrassed. Wait a minute. What does that mean? The other person who disappears during the incidents, you're saying they're offered as a sacrifice? Yeah. Shion answers in one word before anyone else can speak. Yeah, she's so strange and off-putting. Someone dies, then someone disappears. Well, whether they actually get sacrificed or not is a different issue. But every time something happened in the past, one person died and another one person disappeared. For example, the first one, where the dam site manager was killed. Apparently one of the people responsible for that still hasn't been arrested. Yeah, that is true! Couldn't that just mean he managed to get away? I don't see why we should treat him as a sacrifice. Strange, off-putting blonde characters I love. So true. Well, that's basically what I think too. There was also the year after that, with the leader of the dam proponents. You said he fell from a cliff and died while on vacation, right? Apparently his wife fell as well. The police investigated fervently, but they were never able to find the wife's corpse. The river under the cliff was actually pretty high at the time, though. She could have just been buried under the sand at the bottom of some lake downstream or something. The perpetrator of a dismemberment like that wouldn't want to be caught, so they'd be desperate to run away and hide too. I thought I'd heard about cases where the corpse wouldn't surface after the person drowned in a swelled river like that. He vanished because of an unfortunate incident, but I still didn't see the connection to the sacrifices. If you took each of the past incidents in turn, none of the disappearances evoked that terrifying of an image. The year after that, with the priest suddenly falling ill and dying, is much clearer. His pronouns are they, them. It's so good. When I did first play through this chapter and I got to that scene, I was wait, that's from Higurashi? And it's like, it's just so good. And also with the context of all of Mion's like gender stuff going on, it's like, it's so good. Yeah, no, I didn't know before I played it. Okay, I need to piss. I'll be back shortly. I want to get through this chapter if possible. I will return. I return. Holy shit, it's Wazugu! 2 AM, oh my goodness gracious. I think I get from that. I think it's a Tumblr post and it's like Randy flip your sticks. Wait. Randy your sticks. Yeah, here it is. Hey guys, I'm making French toast sticks in the oven. I'm gonna take a quick nap. Wake me up in 5 minutes so I can flip them over. Randy, it's been 5 minutes. Flip your sticks. Randy, your sticks. Oh, wow. How exciting. Love getting bots. It's been a while, actually. This has been one. Wait. Oh, Dream! You're not mod anymore because I timed you out. Or maybe you are? You're not! Okay, now you're mod. That's why. Okay, alright, alright. Get tea time off screen. Let's continue. The year after that, with the priest suddenly falling ill and dying, is much clearer. His wife left a suicide note. They found it in their house the night the priest died. It said something along the lines of her quelling Oyashiro-sama's wrath through her death. The curse. It seems to turn up in this one, though. You can try injecting all these Vocaloids into your blood. I believe in you. Well, we may never know the truth of the matter. The swamp the wife drowned herself in was the giant bottomless one Takano mentioned before. The police investigated it, but all they could find was several of her possessions. They never found the corpse. The police suspect it was a faked suicide, and they're still investigating it now. Someone dies every year, and in the same way, someone goes missing every year. Is she trying to tell me that everyone who vanished was kidnapped by some extremely efficient means and dumped into the bottomless swamp, still alive and drowned to death? Oh no, what a shame. But a curse? That's unbelievable in its own right. And the next year, what was it? The damn proponent's sister-in-law? She was killed. So at that time, someone else vanished? Yeah. Someone did disappear. It was a boy around my age named Satoshi Hojo. He's the nephew by marriage of the woman killed. Gion cut in with a slightly strong tone of voice. She knew the boy who had disappeared pretty well. At least that's the vibe I was getting. Well, that just about sums everything up. Me adding in extra words. One person always dies, and one person always suddenly disappears. Leaving the suddenness aside, the fact was that each incident involved one person disappearing. So that means the first person who dies is because of Oyashiro-sama's curse, and the second person who vanishes is because the villagers sacrificed them? Is that it? Hey-chan, there is no curse. Somebody kills the first person under the guise of the curse, and someone takes away the second person to be a sacrifice. I think it'd be pretty crowded in a bloodstream. I need a bit of room, a bit of wiggle room. Yeah, so maybe not. But Shion, that means that the criminal is in the village. That's what I've been guessing from the start. Lungs? Maybe. Could be a bit more spacious. That's what I've been guessing from the start. It's pretty shocking though, you know? You live in the Showa period. It's hard to believe people are committing murder like it's nothing, using some ancient justifications, huh? Didn't have anything to do with our discussion, but I got the feeling that maybe Shion didn't like Hinamizawa very much. Then why is she here? Yeah, maybe not the collar. I'll go with lungs. I'll take that. Mion enjoyed talking about Hinamizawa and its epic tales. So she had avoided talking about Oyashiro-sama's curse, which didn't paint Hinamizawa in a good light no matter how you looked at it. She was trying not to give me a bad impression of the village, so she didn't say anything. Shion, on the other hand, was somehow different. She wasn't rejecting the concept of the curse to purge Hinamizawa of this bad impression, but rather because she strongly believed that a member of the village was the criminal behind this. Her conviction seemed a bit removed from the tight sense of community held by the people of Hinamizawa. Once upon a time they looked so alike you could mistake one for the other. But talking to her now, I was getting a powerful feeling that Shion had a completely different personality than Mion. And everyone else, they all think someone from Hinamizawa did it, right? Neither Shion nor Takano-san answered that. The deafening silence told me all that needed to be said. Then, let me ask another question. If someone from Hinamizawa is the culprit, then who is it? Neither Shion nor Takano-san had a reply to that question either. Though it may have been rude to ask, I had hoped that they wouldn't have one. Oh my god, I gulped so loud the mic picked it up. It's us! The reason I asked was to argue that the explanation that the culprit was from Hinamizawa was nothing more than one possibility. Shion caught on to my plan. She gave a pained smile at my petty spite and opened her mouth to speak. All I said, really, just amounts to circumstantial evidence anyway. If any of us knew who it really was, we'd have gotten them into police hands already. As would anybody. Then what about Takano-san? Oh my god, Baka Mitai. Yay! I know that one. She too smiled dryly as Shion had opened her own mouth. Well, I'd like to clear one thing up. I'm not a detective or anything, alright? In all honesty, I'm not really interested in who the culprit is. Takano-san, you sure are a handful. Tomitake-san gives a bitter laugh at her surprising opinion on the matter. You see, I just like cruel and atrocious ancient traditions and fairy tales. I only enjoy them from a curious onlooker's perspective. So even for this string of incidents, it's not so much finding out who the culprit is, but enjoying thinking about how the old traditions displayed by the incidents themselves still seems to have some pretty deep roots around here. Though she described herself as nothing more than a curious onlooker, her smile was sharp as the tip of a blade. Women like her felt very strange and a little scary to me. Maybe it's just that I was in fearful awe of the person whose emotions I couldn't comprehend. Well, I don't think any of this is interesting at all. The Watanagashi festival is coming up tomorrow, but I don't want anyone to die or disappear. Tomorrow, huh? That's right. It had completely slipped my mind. Made friends with someone at a bar the other day because I said that I'd only played pool in Yakuza. That's so awesome. The string of murder incidents people attributed to Oyashiro-sama's curse, it wasn't over. If last year's incident wasn't the end, then tomorrow night at the festival, did someone die and someone disappear? Oh, so smug. I do wonder who will die tomorrow and who will disappear though. Takano-san said, running a comb through her hair with elegant movements, with a thin smile and a voice that nearly made me shudder. She almost looked like she was enjoying the thought of the incidents that could happen tomorrow. Then out of the blue we heard a loud round of applause. They seemed to be ending the drinking party early. So true, Echo. Right, I was making me on wait this whole time, wasn't I? I should go back to her soon. You're teasing the kid too much, Takano-san. Now Keiichi-kun thinks it's all true. I apologize. It's that bad habit of mine again, said Takano-san, sticking out her tongue bashfully. The strangest in her expression was nowhere to be found. When Takano-san sees an innocent child like you, she can't help wanting to poke fun at them. It's a real bad habit. Keiichi-kun, you listened to everything so earnestly that she ended up getting carried away. Unlike Takano-san, Tomitake-san seemed like a totally normal person with common sense. They were apologizing after realizing what kind of impression they'd given me. The stuff Takano-san just said is all fiction. If it made you harbor any bad impressions about Hinamizawa, then we apologize for that. Should I carve in my door? Ooh. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'll have to, what's the word? I'll have to, like, Honda? I'll have to, man, that's like a word. So true. Jeez, Jiro-san. You apologize too, Takano-san. Tell him you're sorry for scaring him. Rain check? Man, there's a word! There's a word that it's on the tip of my tongue. And it's gonna really bug me now. I feel like it starts with R. It's not reminisce. Oh, let's go. Hatsune Miku Fortnite skin. Recall? Synonyms for ponder. I need to find this out. Consider? Reflect on? Be in a brown study? That's not... Deliberate. Ruminate! Ruminate, that's it. Okay, I'm happy now. Takano-san and Tomitake-san were arguing and messing around now. The strained air around us had already dissipated. I love my computer. I love my computer. Kei-chan, you should get going soon too. Mion is the jealous type. If she sees me, she'll probably start a fight, so I'll just be going home. Really? And I'll go see what Mion's doing and apologize for making her wait, I guess. Sorry for being such a nuisance, Keiichi-kun. All my besties live inside it. Yes, exactly. Could you tell Mion-chan that we're sorry for borrowing you for so long? Yes, I don't think telling her will make her feel any better, but sure. Tomitake-san and Takano-san, standing next to each other, both began to chuckle. Okay then, Kei-chan. Let's try and run into each other at tomorrow's festival. We'll see each other. I mean, it's us we're talking about after all. We'll be making so much trouble it'll be hard for you not to find us. Fiona and I said our goodbyes to Tomitake-san and Takano-san. Before we could leave, Takano-san called out to us. Thanks for listening so earnestly to what I had to say. You're just so good at listening. I had a great time talking to you. Good at listening? No, not at all. I was just in a state of perpetual bewilderment from all the shocking topics being thrown at me one after another. Poor Keiichi! Did you like my story today? Well, it was pretty interesting. And then I'll tell you some more sometime, okay? There's a lot of pretty interesting legends and fairy tales about Hinamizawa. Of course, a lot of strange and creepy ones too. I'll choose a bunch of my favorites and tell you about them. I was kind of happy, but kind of worried. I can't help but smile dryly and scratch at my head. Keiichi-kun, you can go now. Takano-san is just messing with you. They say goodbye again and run off. I heard Tomitake-san call out behind him in a clear voice that we would see each other at the festival tomorrow. Queen, yeah. No, I like her. She's just very off-putting. Very mysterious. When I went to the tent Mion was waiting for me in, she was nowhere to be found. I made her wait so long. Maybe she got mad and went home. After asking some adults passing by, I heard that she went home, talking to some relatives. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But my regret for having made Mion wait wasn't enough to triumph over the impression Takano-san and Shion's uncanny story left on me. She looks like she plays gacha games. Serial murder incidents had happened 4 years in a row. Would tomorrow's events make this the 5th? And the possibility that someone from Hinamizawa was carrying this all out under the guise of the curse. The queer tradition of ritual sacrifice entirely unbecoming of the Showa period we lived in. Wow. Oh, let's go! Incredibly crude tattoo now carved into my door. Ritual sacrifice is so gay. So queer. I regretted it a little, though it was too late. I mean, it is June in the game, you know? I think. That's Pride Month. Can't spell Pride Month without demon. None of those creepy stories had anything to do with me, then... Oh, if none of those creepy stories had anything to do with me, then I should have let Mion pull me away from that crowd. I felt a little ashamed about letting my cheap curiosity get the better of me. I think that's the end of this chapter. Yahoo! We're able to get through a good little chunk of this. Yay! Yahoo! Whoa! Okay, we'll do these tips and then probably end the stream. Oh my goodness. Okay, from the scrapbook 1. Let's go. Oyashiro-sama's curse. In the ancient Onigafuchi village, the anger of Oyashiro-sama, his curse, was feared above all. However, it is seldom stated anywhere what eventually happens and what sort of divine judgment curse befalls them when Oyashiro-sama is angry. You're gonna go sleeps? Have good sleeps! Thank you for coming to the stream and hanging out. It was really nice having you here. Good night! Sleep well! Bye-bye! From various reports, all hell will break loose. Demons will come flooding out. The miasma from hell will flood out and kill every villager, letting not a single one escape. The ones evoking images of the village being annihilated stand out the most. These terrifying ideas of divine punishment are in alignment with many other religious beliefs regarding the apocalypse, hell, and it's easy to imagine that they are just ways of convincing people to obey the teachings in order to prevent such an end. The conditions for inciting Oyashiro-sama's wrath are likely the same as the taboos in Onigafuchi village. I believe that when an act was performed that violates one of these taboos, Oyashiro-sama was termed angry, and in order to quell his anger, they would perform the aforementioned sacrificial ritual. Okay. Booze instead of taboos. Time to booze. The human sacrifice ritual. The sacrificial ritual was a simple drowning involving plunging sacrifices into Onigafuchi swamp, which was considered hallowed. Of the rituals of Onigafuchi village, this one was unique in that the sacrifice would sink slowly over the long course of 3 days and 3 nights. I believe that it wasn't so much of the killing of this sacrifice that was important. Facebook minion meme potential. But rather the symbolism of them sinking as the submerging of Oyashiro-sama's anger. I get the feeling that this is Takano's notes. Because she was talking about symbolism. I feel like that's what we're reading now. For that purpose, they must have had a passion for learning various methods for keeping the sacrifice from sinking too quickly, to force them to sink more slowly. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell from the records, those methods were not recorded. My thoughts are that they may have used logs or some similar material to create a raft, then set up a scaffold on there, hung the sacrifice up with ropes, and let them sink little by little over time into the swamp. However, if that were the case, it would not be strange if the ritual implements used for such a ceremony were honored as holy and enshrined somewhere. Okay, now we gotta wait for this and go to the next one. Oh no, am I lagging? I hope not. I already dropped out once. I think we're okay. Okay, from the scrapbook 3. Okay, that's good. Implements used for the ritual. Ritual tools utilized for ancient religious ceremonies are commonly referred to as implements or ritual implements. Sorry, I keep looking over just to make sure my stream's still going. And even now, some of them are enshrined on the property of Furude Shrine and the 3 families. However, the identifiable tools are all decorative, and none appear to have been used in rituals governing the dark side of Onigafuchi village. As the Edo period came to a close and many traditional rituals were lost, were they lost as well, or perhaps buried in the darkness? I don't believe so. Both the implements used on the night of the feast of Onikakushi and those used during the sacrificial ceremony must still exist, enshrined away from the eyes of the masses. Of the feast? Without a doubt they exist here today at this very moment in Hinamizawa. Also, I'm nearly certain where they've been enshrined. What was once locked steadfastly has, for some reason, changed this year to a cheap-looking padlock. Sorry if you can hear my brother sneezing. He's sick. Oh man. He may be able to do something about such a lock here. However, it is not far from the assembly hall, nor is it ever far from the presence of people. Can hear it faintly. However, I will not give up. The night when it becomes a blind spot to every villager in Hinamizawa is coming soon. Soon it will be Watanagashi. My poor brother, man. Yeah. Guest appearance. Alright, and then festivals around the corner. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Hey, you won out already? Tomorrow's the real thing. We're gonna be partying until morning, till the very end of it all. Got it? Got it. I'll give it everything I've got. Okay, Kumagai is one of the cops. Wahaha. Alright then. Youth is the greatest. Good work, everyone. Tomorrow is Watanagashi at last. Let's get some shut-eye in and save our energy for tomorrow night. Tomorrow was finally Watanagashi. Festivals are split into 2 groups. Those who enjoy them and those who support them. The former only need prepare their minds, but the latter needs not only that, but also painstakingly crafted plans and preliminary arrangements. Oh, okay. I think I get it. The supporters like help it actually happen. Okay. While the general majority attending goes about enjoying the festival without a care in the world, we'll be strained the whole way through. Why? You sure as hell know why, because the beer after everything's over is the best damn beer you'll ever have. Those who enjoy them and those who do not enjoy them. Wahahahahaha. Times like this, it's best to have energetic, physically fit people. It wouldn't be worth it if you didn't do your best until the end, enjoying it the whole way. Oh, he's here. Oishi-san came in. Everyone hurried to stand up. Which would be quite insightful. People die when they are killed. Hello everyone. Excellent work out there. Ah, you can be at ease. Thank you, sir. Not even my seniors, who usually talk big about themselves, can hold a candle to Oishi-san. We all bow as if we were one of those cheering squads of old. Kuraudo Oishi. I think we've seen his name before. You know that every 60 seconds a minute passes in Africa. Whoa. Holy moly. Detective just waiting to retire. One who doesn't pay much mind to rules and regulations and doesn't do too much in the way of real work. Looks like a rotten old man with a penchant for dirty jokes. My seniors, though, tell me he was a real fighter in his younger days, that he may or may not have quite a heroic legend trailing behind him. I wonder if that's... I mean... The Hinamizawa Dam thing, that wasn't too long ago. Like... I don't exactly know when the dam, like the protests and stuff started. That's slipping my mind right now. But like it can't have been like more than 10 years ago. I know that there's been 4 incidents of people dying and disappearing. Like, so that's 4 years. This is the 5th. Anyways. Anyway. He surely had much more dignity and presence in the room than the section chief who came in with him. Authentic Australia. Wow, Waz, you're so authentic Australian. Yep, that's me. Everyone, real thank you for your hard work on the preparations for the festival tomorrow. Everyone present stands upright and lends their ear to the chief's direction. You're on heavy alert for any thrill-seeking criminals expecting another incident like last year. I need all of you to focus your energy as much as possible in your mission to prevent any crimes from happening. Yes, sir. Of course, it would be best if nothing happened. However, everyone. His accent just gets, like, weirder and weirder every time I do it. I can't wait to see how it'll be by the end of this series. He'll have, like, a goofy voice. Of course, it will, yeah. However, everyone, please assume that an incident will, in fact, occur. Prevention is #1, but it probably won't be enough. This year, too, someone will die and someone will disappear. There's really no doubt about it. Everyone apart from the section chief smiled painfully. Oishi-san, that won't do. We need to be more serious about this. The important part isn't to get past the night of the festival. It's to be able to quickly, swiftly, and aggressively pursue whatever does happen tomorrow night. Yeah, compare them. It'll be so weird. I won't tolerate anything less than your best. Clench those cheeks! We're gonna rip the skin off the ghost. All the skin. We're gonna rip all the skin off the ghost of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Yeah! Okay. Alright. That's gonna be it for this stream. I shall save, and then I shall depart. Thank you very much for coming, yay! I think I will probably be streaming tomorrow, because I want to. We shall see. The Departer. Yay! We're getting so close to the- I think that the next stream, the Watanagashi Festival, is gonna happen. And shit's gonna start getting intense. Was. So true. So yeah, thank you all very much for coming. Yeah, so shocking. Wise streams because wise want. Okay, yeah, have a good day or night, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye! Bye 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 bye!